So what we did today was we took our students who are in their air integration phase of training, and we put them through a CAS scenario, close air support scenario, with MQ-9 Reapers overhead. And then we transitioned to an F-16 bombing and gunnery range for live ordnance. Sure. Yeah, so they're going through the Combat Rescue Officer pipeline, which is historically personnel recovery based, and that's what their job will be, is to be a personnel recovery team commander. The training that they're receiving is all focused on personnel recovery, but there's an aspect to their training where they have to be a ground commander. They're in the Air Force, yes, but they're also a ground force commander. They can be, and so part of that requires the ability to integrate air power to create effects on the ground, to either support a survivor or to support another SOF mission that's going on. And so today's training is all about integrating air power to achieve the effects that the ground force needs to accomplish their mission. So there's a transition that's going on right now. Personnel recovery has normally been done by Guardian Angel, which is the combat rescue officer, the pararescueman, and the SEER specialist. So that's the Guardian Angel weapon system. The Air Force is transitioning now to merge Guardian Angel into AFSOC, and part of that is going to involve taking on more SOF missions, which historically have been done by Special Tactics, but these officers in the very near future are going to have to transition to AFSOC and learn about those missions and conduct SOF missions outside of personnel recovery. And so the importance of this is basically that they can apply air power to any type of mission that they conduct outside of just personnel recovery. Air power and close air support can be applied to any complex situation on the ground that requires it. So. Our students are not JTACs. They're not training to become Joint Terminal Attack Controllers. A Joint Terminal Attack Controller has the training and the experience and really the repetitions to do that effectively and communicate on the radio effectively. But our students are officers, and they're expected to be able to communicate in all settings, whether that's in a briefing room or whether that's in a tactical environment during a mission on the radio. They need to communicate what they need, and they need to communicate to others what they want others to do. And so part of that is, if they need to, communicating directly with aircraft to bring fires on the ground. Correct, because at this time, Guardian Angel units do not have Joint Terminal Attack Controllers. And so these students are getting this familiarization and this level of training because they could deploy within 6 months of leaving this pipeline, and they might find themselves in a situation where they need to bring close air support on a mission, and that therefore someone on the team needs to have that training. And until the merger with AFSOC happens, and until we have JTACs that are brought onto the team, then they need to be able to do it. So the importance of this training is this could be the only exposure they have to it before they become operational. They're going to go through additional phases of training in this pipeline: weapons, tactics, air, parachuting, and alternate insertion and extraction with helicopters. But they're not going to be exposed to air integration like this again before they graduate. And so the importance of them understanding it this week and really executing it properly and applying it is that this could be the last chance they have to practice before they deploy. And if they don't retain it, and if they can't properly communicate with an aircraft and provide targeting information, then it could mean that whoever they're going to rescue or whoever they're going to extract might not survive. And it could be that their team cannot perform their mission effectively. Downrange, across most SOF missions, Reapers are heavily involved. Within personnel recovery, a Reaper provides an extended amount of time over an incident or over an objective, and so within personnel recovery, they can provide that on-scene commander for a long period of time if it takes a while for recovery forces to get there. So it's very important that we get our students exposed to working with them, and the fact that it's a schoolhouse here for MQ-9 pilots is even more beneficial because they have instructors here. Just like I'm an instructor, they're an instructor for RPA pilots, and so they can provide our students additional information and instruction. But this has not happened before, so it's exciting for the training squadron to get down here and to work with Holloman. Integrating with the F-16s in the future would be even great, like a better opportunity. But just to be down here and have some live repetitions with MQ-9s is exciting. The advantage of having an MQ-9 is that they are, yes, extended loiter time over a target or over an objective, but also the fact that they can now carry a lot of ordnance compared to previous generations of RPAs. The other advantage is that that pilot and that sensor operator, they work in a flight suite that allows them to be supported by many other people behind them. It's not just a single pilot in an aircraft. They have multiple tools for situational awareness, and they can understand almost more about what's going on the ground than some of the teams on the ground. And so that provides them the ability to be supported by not just a pilot and a sensor operator, but also a team of people behind them to really bring support to the ground force. I would just say that it's an exciting time to be a student, to go through this pipeline, because things are changing. And I tell you, 5 years ago, we wouldn't have had this type of training provided for students. But because of what's on the horizon for Guardian Angel and Special Tactics and the future of Special Warfare, whenever that merger happens, it's going to be exciting for officers in the Air Force to transition into these careers.